up? We're back with Winging It
Weekly.
We are just trying to still recovering from that storm, y'all. It stormed pretty bad in Fort Worth. There's a storm going around.
You know, it's weird because yeah, I think I woke up everybody,
I haven't
bro.
fell asleep since. Literally,
I woke up and I heard like little like pellets hitting the window, and I was like, "No way, it's hail."
That's crazy.
No way. I thought it was in my dream, and I woke up. I looked outside. It was like little pebble-sized hail, and I was like, I ran around the freaking the house. And I ran in my car, my Camaro, and I drove it right to the nearest Walmart gas station.
Bro, I literally pulled my car in the garage whenever they told me it was gonna rain pretty bad.
Our garage is freaking full, dude. We can't even put it in there. What'd you say?
Literally all in the street.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't do a single thing in my car, but my
nothing ended up happening.
It's just perfectly fine.
Dang, for real, bro. My GTR is pretty.
Your Nissan GTR.
Yeah, keeps it hitting away in the garage.
Yeah. It's actually, speaking of storms, it's actually windy, pretty
super
bad
windy.
right now.
Yeah, you might hear something
in the studio.
Bro, I looked in the neighborhood watch about the storm, and then I saw some lady. She was like, that storm was atrocious. It ruined my super expensive fountain I had in my yard. And it ruined my whole garden.
She
I'm
didn't
like, hey, you got money like that, just buy another one.
Some people just have crazy good problems, I guess.
I know.
Damn, she wanted to keep that for generations.
Bro, I'm struggling to pay my bills right now, man.
You ain't trying to get a
Talking
fountain,
about bills, we might set up a Patreon pretty soon. So if you guys want to
get exclusive access, bloopers, whatever it may be.
Exactly.
Please, guys, look. As you can see, we ain't got a lot of money. I'm sharing our mic again, so
it
is what it is.
I mean, I gotta support my my caffeine and nicotine addiction somehow. So,
you gotta get them vices, bro.
He's about to go smoke a cigarette halfway through the pod.
Literally, yeah.
Look, our fifth podcast, he's gonna be like, "Hello, guys. My name is Rob."
Bro,
sorry about the voice.
It ain't like your old mic, bro.
The next topic we're talking about.
My old mic, old mic. That's how my old mic sounded. That's why I had to get rid of it, guys. So
that was cool though. We should still bring it though as like a little trophy like around the table.
That thing makes me laugh, bro. It's got a goofy design.
It sounded good. Anyway.
It's literally built like a bobblehead because it just shakes every time you move it. All right,
it falls like a ball. It just starts rolling, bro. Every time you grab it.
All right, guys, let's get started.
I don't know, bro. I'm kind of interested in that storm because apparently we're not the only ones that got hit hard.
Oklahoma got hit pretty hard too.
Oklahoma, New Mexico,
like
Colorado's getting hit hard. Like it's weird. Like why is everything getting hit hard?
So March it hit this morning. So March 4th.
Yeah.
So
it's like a wave of wind that just.
Gotta love Texas weather, man.
Gotta love Texas weather.
What was that? 2-3 weeks ago, we got that.
I heard everybody got hit.
Cold weather.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago, it snowed. Like literally.
It snowed like 3 weeks ago, and then
so it's crazy.
After that, it was like 70, almost 80 degrees, and now we got a storm. So
in March, the beginning. Well, I guess March.
Yeah.
But anyways,
back to more important things.
Back to business, y'all. So
back to business, baby.
So, what do y'all think about how far technology is going with the whole like cloning and stuff?
It's been a minute since I've heard of cloning.
You can clone
you probably like high school.
There's actually a company in Texas. I forget the name, but it's a 50. You can spend $50,000 to clone your dog, bro.
That's insane.
$50,000.
Like
who loves
it's
their dog
literally
that much?
identical.
I'm sure
bro.
a lot of you guys do.
Like,
if you have the money to do that, it's insane.
Would you guys spend $50,000?
Hey, some people.
I mean, I love my dog because my dog recently passed away. God bless her heart. But
rest in peace, Lucy.
I would not.
Moment of silence.
Yeah, moment of silence. But I would not spend all that money to clone her. I'm sorry. I love her to death, but I feel like the whole point you just need to let her go. I feel like it's important to let go and stuff like that. Because why is someone going to spend
dog is man's best friend, bro?
Bro, it is exactly. So look, why is someone going to spend $50,000 on a dog that they're going to clone when they can just go to the rescue and rescue a dog that actually needs a home?
It's not the same. You can't compare. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, even if you clone the
got to
dog,
have the same,
it's not gonna be the same dog,
spots.
No matter how similar it looks to the previous dog that died. At that point, just
it won't be the same. You said
it won't act the same.
Oh, taxidermy is weird, bro. I would not.
That's like the closest thing. It's cheaper too.
Your dog is just sitting by your desk.
Taxidermy. He's like, oh, like my gaming setup. Yeah, I got my dog right here, guys.
R.I.P.
Couldn't let go of blue suit.
Heck no.
It's cheaper too. I mean, nobody has
It's so
$50,000,
expensive, but yeah, it is.
Would you
cheaper.
rather spend the $50,000, bro, or what? How much is taxidermy? Like $3,000?
If I had to
Probably
guess,
like
maybe
3, 4, 5.
Three.
Probably around there.
Depending on who
quote us
does it,
this,
I guess.
We don't really know what we're talking about when it comes to tax.
Well, I mean, like
but-
taxidermy.
we're not
just sounds
hunters.
So gross, though.
Why?
I mean, I don't know. You just
They
gotta
don't stuff
preserve
the
dog.
animal.
You don't stuff
I
it?
saw a video
They
where they
stuff-
just
they
get
like-
the skin.
Yeah,
And they put it over like
I
a
see,
overlay
yeah.
of like
I thought,
a wooden
like, my-
piece or something.
They probably.
I originally thought like they just,
I did
gutted
too.
it, take all the intestines out,
Until
the
I
bones,
saw.
everything, and then I don't know, stick it in the freezer.
Just stuff it.
Call it a day. Yeah, I guess stuff it.
Freezer.
Stuff it like a toy bear,
Right.
teddy bear.
Oh, but now
Looks
like,
like
but
Build-A-Bear.
here's the thing, guys. So cloning is getting like so advanced nowadays. I am pretty sure like if the government wasn't against it, we would definitely everybody
against
would be
it?
cloning stuff like humans right now.
Yeah.
But that's the
Because
thing.
it is so unethical. I feel.
I heard the
to
pros to
clone.
it, but I don't know how true this is, and it even sounds inhumane. But some people were saying we could clone like a version of ourselves, so that way if we ever have kidney failure or heart failure, whatever, we
You
just
could
take
have the
clones.
organs.
Yeah, the organs of the clone, but that
Dang.
sounds inhumane because
That's crazy.
the clone, even though
Would
it's
be a
clone,
human?
it's still human. Yeah. That
No,
sounds-
you
That
honestly,
wouldn't be.
I feel like you're
I
back-
guess you're right because it's still a living being.
yeah, still living.
I heard
being.
you just need like a strand of hair to clone yourself.
You're better off just cloning like your organ in general, like the whole organ. You know.
Talking about organs, man. You know you can sell your kidney for like $500,000.
A lot of people say that, but I
$500,000?
feel like if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. You know,
I mean,
like I feel like there's probably a bunch of
You
like
can't-
certain stipulations.
Well, the thing
in
is, you can't
comments
just go
about
to a hospital and be like, "Hey, can you take my kidney out?"
Sell it for $500,000. Bring
Yeah,
it.
you
Bring me
gotta,
the
like,
profit.
You got to go to some like back alley doctor or something that's willing to do it, take a cut. Or
The
something.
doctor himself is charging you $500,000
Literally, yeah.
to take it out.
Bro, I mean, sorry, we got a little off topic, but yeah, cloning is just, I don't know. It's
I
just,
think that's pretty interesting what you said with cloning like another version of yourself.
yeah,
For if ever, I
just
think that's the
sounds-
closest thing you can
Yeah.
get for immortality.
literally, yeah.
I'm pretty sure if society wasn't against it, like the government, like everybody would just start making like a bunch of like robot clone soldiers.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well, yeah, it would just
Hey, you
become a
never know,
huge
we can
problem.
possibly get like another.
Man, bro, Star Wars: The Clone Wars,
real
bro,
life version.
all over again.
No, I was literally about to say we're gonna get like a real life version of Jurassic Park,
Oh,
right?
see,
Because like the whole mosquito thing.
I heard we're bringing the woolly mammoth back.
I heard that too. I heard
With
they're trying to
cloning.
clone that back. That's actually pretty cool.
That's
But
the
is
last time I heard about cloning.
You're okay with animal cloning, but not with human cloning.
Yo,
I feel like you gotta have-
I feel like people already clone animals. Like they clone horses all the time.
Yeah,
Like
I know it started off with.
I know
sheep,
that.
right?
Yeah, the sheep.
What
Yeah,
was her name again?
Yeah.
Dolly or something like that.
something like that. But yeah, I feel like that's what
Don't
that's what
remember.
kicked it all off. And then
But you're okay with animal
see.
cloning and not human cloning. Some people would be like, some people would argue you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? Or you can't pick and choose. That's what I mean.
you see, like the fascination
yeah.
in me
The name
about
was
cloning
Dolly.
animals and like because growing up, I'm a Jurassic Park fan. You know, like and the fact that's a possibility with cloning. Granted, we're obviously a long way off, but that fascinates me. But at the same time, it's not okay to, I guess, because a big argument is people playing God.
Yeah.
You know, like you shouldn't mess with nature, you shouldn't clone, but at the same time, someone could say, "Oh, like they're using stem." This person used, like hypothetically speaking, this person used stem cells to clone my liver because I had liver failure, and that saved me. Are you
Right.
against that? Technically, that is playing God, but like I don't know. I feel like that's a slippery slope
but-
that you go down. You know?
Yeah.
but wait, how? I mean, I get where you guys are coming from, but in a way, isn't it like all natural things that we have at our disposal in front of us?
I mean, like,
What do you mean?
Like we're just using our minds, like
Yeah.
the stuff God has given us. You know,
I mean,
But
yes,
like, I guess you could argue
say,
that.
right?
it's like I mean, everything we have. It's not like we're creating some magic, or it's not like we're just messing with things that we have at our disposal.
But-
which is like our brains and like the stuff around us, which everything is biological.
But you could say that things aren't always meant to be done. You know, like
Yeah.
Okay, but
just because
then
it's
at
at
the
our
same
disposal
time,
doesn't mean that we should do it. Now, the reason why I'm not trying to get religious here,
Mm-hmm.
but the reason why God gives us the free will to do whatever the heck we want, but that doesn't mean He created it Himself. He gave
okay,
us the
but
capacity.
then
to
at
do
that
it.
at the same time, at that point, if you're arguing that, then at that point, if I make a table like the table that we have right here,
Yeah.
Like at that point, isn't that like playing God because I created something?
No, because you're not creating life. You're not creating something, a living being out of nothing. You know,
I get both.
That's
okay, but the dirt isn't living either, and God created like the earth.
I do get both sides of the argument.
You know what I mean?
But like looking at it like logistics.
I mean, technically, I guess we're saying it's
growing
not
like stem cells is really difficult,
humans.
and like I know you can do it from like your old baby teeth. That's why some people say keep your old baby teeth because you can create stem cells off of that.
That's why
that'll help you from like. I don't know if you have like a failing organ, but
like you know when moms give birth in the hospital, like usually they take away the placenta, and supposedly they use it for like stem cells. So really? They say I'm not sure. Like they harvest the stem cells from that. But
I wouldn't be against it, like you said. It's like
but why would you be against it?
I wouldn't be against it.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, I say I wouldn't be against it if it helps people out.
Because there's a difference between cloning and stem cells. Because people could use stem cells to regenerate tissue, something that used to be there, but as opposed to creating life. People, the draws the line is creating life.
I see what you mean. So like,
but I guess you're not creating life. It's like the law of thermodynamics. Like the energy's already there.
Yeah,
we just kind of like forced it to come together, like forced the sperm with the egg or whatever maybe. Not even just that, but just the cells. I mean, we just forced the cells to create a new matter or new something.
But it does fascinate me, like when it comes to like animals and like dinosaurs. Like just imagine like seeing something that was alive millions of years ago.
And just so you guys are out there, and Jay is like really into like the prehistoric era. So if you guys ever want him to make a video on it,
I heard the prehistoric era is fake.
I don't know. I don't think so. There's too much evidence out there.
There's way too much evidence.
I don't know. Until I find a dinosaur bone in the back of my backyard, I think at that point I may start believing. I've heard too many things.
I don't know. I don't think it's fake, but I mean, like it.
I think it could be real.
Somebody planting all the bones there just at random places.
Yeah, that'd be too much of a coincidence.
That's too much work.
I mean, I haven't looked too much into it. I'll be honest. I just hear like
gain from it either.
I just hear like different things. They're like, this guy discovered like something like a bone or
maybe just trying to get.
And it's like, wouldn't you have to look really deep?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
I feel like you'd have to look really deep.
A video that
because there's so many like different layers and erosion and stuff like that.
Like how the meteorite, right? Like a giant meteorite hit.
Where does the meteorite go?
Yeah.
Where does the meteor go?
Didn't they say it was like in like the meteorite is like the like there was like some crater that was like exists somewhere.
Yeah. Crater Lake.
They said that's where it was.
There's Crater Lake here in the U.S. and then there's some in Mexico.
Crater Lake sounds fun though. If you guys want us to look at that,
that's I think that's the deepest.
We'll vlog it for you guys.
That's the deepest lake in the U.S.
Jeez.
From what I've heard, it is.
Talking about lakes,
and they just
Steve,
like
don't you have something? Steve, don't you have something about lakes? Right?
Yeah, I guess so. Something similar, I guess.
Segue. Let's go.
I guess something similar.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess if you haven't, I mean, I was pretty good into the prehistoric. I kind of wanted to learn more about it.
Oh, maybe Jay can make a video on it, guys. Like and subscribe. Say it in the comments too if you want us to.
It's just I don't know too much about it.
Right.
I mean, I've looked kind of into it, and it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, Jay was worried about how like maybe it put someone to sleep. But I don't know. Maybe you would hit the right audience. You never know. Maybe somebody's into all that stuff.
There's a lot of people that are into it. I think you just need good facts and carbon dating and stuff. The thing that really fascinates me is like animals that lived back then,
right?
Like that were extinct, like maybe by the 1800s, 1700s, maybe like I don't know, maybe like around Jesus' time, maybe the mammoths and stuff. Like that kind of fascinates me when they find like, the bison, stuff like that.
That whole era. I don't even know anything about animals during that era.
Yeah, me neither. Like how they acted, how they behaved.
You know anything about that,
obviously,
I will say like a fun fact is recently. Not recently, but like within like the 1900s, an animal went extinct in Tasmania called the Tasmanian tiger, and the last one was caught on like black and white video, and there was like it was a marsupial, and let's just say it was a predator. It was a predator that was in Australia, and it's part of the reason why there's such a big kangaroo population going on over there. Like. There's so many because they don't have any extra predators. Besides dingoes, but there's not really a lot of dingoes.
There's way more kangaroos to humans.
So
like
how do you solve that? You just grab a couple tigers and just let them loose in the wild?
Well, I mean, if they existed, you could, but now at this point, like, it's...
You can't, like, take, like, let's say, for example, tigers out in the rainforest in South America. You can't just bring them...
Nah,
because that would be an invasive species. Because it's not part
they'd
of
overpopulate eventually to kill a lot of them.
Because you could
damage another species.
I know they probably will struggle at first, but I mean, it's a tiger. I feel like
when
any animal can do it. They can do it. I feel like they can adapt to most things.
When putting an animal into a new environment, you got to keep in mind, you want to make sure it's not like it's good enough to survive,
right?
But also not too good enough to like take over the whole biome.
That's really like difficult to achieve, you know.
Yeah, it's like you got to add the right number of predators at the right time, and I mean, we still do it today. Like people introducing predators to different ecosystems. Like I think
they did that for wolves in the Yellowstone area, right?
And like now, like speaking of now, this is an interesting topic.
I think it was something like that.
Speaking of like invasive species, did you know? I'm pretty sure everybody knew this, but like and I think it's in California. People, I don't know if they're still doing this, but the government is giving rewards for people that kill lionfish because. Once upon a time, people would get lionfish in their tanks. Like, oh, I'm just going to release into the ocean. Invasive species. Lionfish don't belong.
Yeah.
Oh, and they ended up like populating the ocean.
Overpopulating, like killing out
like the goldfish.
native species.
Like apparently, like when you release goldfish into like a stream or something, it could harm the pond or a stream.
I can't remember if it was California or Florida. Don't quote me on this, y'all, but one of those.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about the lionfish. Aren't those poisonous too?
Yeah.
What venomous. People had that? Venomous. People had it in their tanks?
Yeah. It's a popular pet because how they look.
That's crazy. Yeah, they look unique, but I mean, having a venomous pet is kind of weird.
Some people get off on that exotic stuff, I guess you can say.
I guess so, bro.
I would never in my life own a 20-foot python, y'all.
Or any snake for that matter.
I get a ball python, not gonna lie, but like
snakes are nice though.
Those long pythons.
Their pattern.
So, as a matter of fact, I don't even think pythons. That's another invasive species. I feel like I don't even think pythons were originally in Florida. Like,
oh, were they?
I don't think they're not native to Florida. I think that's like some pythons like got out as well and populated. You know,
that's crazy.
That's weird. No, I didn't know that. I think. What is it? Yeah, I think you're right. It was the python. I forgot what the specific name of the creature was, but it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. It's invasive at this point. It's okay to kill him. Like it's not. It's like illegal to kill a rattlesnake, but it's not legal to kill like the python.
Really? Like where at?
Yeah, rattlesnake. You can't kill a rattlesnake.
You said apparently. Where at? It's Florida.
In Florida? Really? I didn't.
In Florida? Is that what you said?
No, here.
Are you I'm talking about Texas?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm talking about in general. I'm pretty sure the U.S. just allows like free reign on pythons.
Hey,
I don't know about rattlesnakes.
Let's go collect some trophies, guys.
I could be wrong, like I said, but
no. Well, I would go boar hunting though.
Why would you go boar hunting?
In
Texas? They're an invasive species.
I mean, yeah, they are, but that's like going from starting off a game and instantly starting on hard mode.
Yeah, dude, those things can kill you. Yeah. Those things can kill you, bro.
I don't know anything about hunting, guys.
I've seen one.
Skipping the tutorial, everything going straight to like the hard mode.
Just imagine.
Hey, it's cool, bro. Sometimes you just gotta
throw yourself out there. Except in this case, you don't respawn.
No respawning. Yeah, literally.
When we go to the land out there in West Texas, at night you just see all the boars come out.
Really?
Yeah. We should go out there one day.
Maybe we can do a vlog. Let us know in the comments.
Hunting vlog.
We're on the way back.
I mean, I would do deer, but I would want, I guess, experience before I go after something crazy like a boar.
Yeah, right now's like the season for them too, because that was like back in like I think summer.
Yeah.
Or like late summer. It was probably like fall around there, and that's like when they're I guess growing. He was probably about this big already. And just like walking by himself.
Dang.
That's crazy.
He's just walking around somebody's house.
Jeez. Jamie, pull that up. I'm just kidding. We don't have a Jamie, guys.
We don't have a tech guy, guys. It's just us three. Yeah, so again, our Patreon's open.
It would be Isaiah or Aaron, bro.
Right. If you guys are watching this, hey, man, we need a Jamie.
If y'all need any tips,
if y'all have any tips about we're based out of the DFW area.
Yeah, we'll pay like $1 the hour.
Yeah.
Bro, we'll give you food, bro. Free food.
Yeah.
Free coffee, free C4.
Yeah, bro.
Nicotine, everything.
Free publicity, free shout-outs.
We'll even throw in a Little Caesars pizza on the house, y'all.
Exactly, yeah.
Minimum requirement, you have at least 5 years of editing experience.
Right.
And we'll give you a nice pat on the back as well, because you don't have anything else.
Yeah, you'll be part of the Winging It Weekly team, though. Not many people can say that.
Yeah.
I'm not alive. Literally, only 3 people can say that.
Only 3, yeah.
Think about it, all right?
All right, guys.
Now that we're done promoting ourselves.
Going back though to that topic of
the boar hunting?
the cloning.
Oh.
I was thinking about the because you guys were talking about it, but it's like, what do you guys think about modifying genes? Like gene modification.
Genetic modification. That's actually a very interesting guess, because people are actually trying to figure out, like, I don't know if it's obviously not, I don't think it's going to be legal anytime soon, but like, you can modify the genes. They're trying to get technology to modify your genes of like your child. Like, you want blue eyes?
You can do that.
Looking like a Fallout creation character, bro.
Yeah, you can do that nowadays.
Like Fallout New.
I've been hearing
there's
about
a
that
chemical.
Like
there's a chemical, or there's an enzyme that scientists use nowadays. It's called CRISPR. You haven't heard of it?
I never heard
What
of
is
that.
it?
It's KRSPR. I think it's KR or CR, but it's CRSPR. If you want to, I wish we could pull it up.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting because it's like an enzyme that replaces and mutates basically like your gene code,
Right.
like your DNA, and so you could have like blue eyes or like blonde hair or whatever. Fair skin.
The only time I'd be okay with that is if they only use that type of technology to like fix genetic deformities, I should say. Not that there's anything wrong with people with genetic disabilities, but I'm saying is obviously when you're a parent, you would want to correct it. So, but
well,
you know what I'm saying?
I think scientists at this point are like trying to discover the human gene codes. Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Is that playing God?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're doing it like what we were talking about earlier, if you're doing it out of the sole purpose of just making your child 6 foot tall while you're 5'2", then yeah, I would say yeah, you are.
Because at the same time, your child is going to be born with whatever the heck they're with. Like, I feel like it's no right for us parents, because I'm a dad, y'all. But it's no right. It has no right for the parents to dictate whether or not your child comes out with, oh, you know what? I'm gonna treat this like I'm like a video game character. I want my child to have blue eyes. No, I want my child to have hazel eyes, super curly hair, 6'5". Can you give it like special characteristics to make it good, like basketball?
Dude, it's like you're trying
you're putting all the
you're describing a light skin, bro. Come on, bro.
You're putting all the attribute points into the character.
You're literally just putting it all on the physical.
So let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, absolutely, man. Let me see what I can do for you. So for an extra $5,000, we can actually change their ethnicity.
That's crazy. Can you imagine that?
Imagine. That wouldn't even be your baby anymore.
Yeah.
Literally,
it would be, bro. Yeah. It wouldn't, because it's not even your DNA.
Right.
So how would you
actually
even
take stem cells from another donor to 3 different parts of DNA, but these cells will only change their hair type.
The thing is, I think it would still be connected to you, because I think the blood is still the same.
It would always have the DNA of the mom.
The thing is, they're not using donors. They're using like that enzyme I'm telling you guys about, like a chemical enzyme.
I don't know. That's crazy.
But at the same time,
It's crazy because it could actually alter your DNA,
right,
without mutating it. Like every like changing your DNA is a mutation, right?
Yeah.
But it's like without like the bad effects. You know, like a mutation can have it can have sometimes good, but it can sometimes have a bad effect.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like for example, you grow tall, but maybe your freaking joints suffer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like those people who grow like 7 feet, 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I heard somewhere, like a study out there, that people who usually are around like 6 foot and above are usually suffer from some type of knee joint problems or stuff like that. So I don't know.
No,
yeah, guys, my knee's already been hurting. Yeah.
He's 5'3", by the way. He's 5'3".
No, I'm 6'2", guys.
Bro. Yeah.
I'm 6'2". Trust me.
Yeah, with his wedges on, he's 6'2". Oh man.
Let's just say I am the tallest one in the group, guys.
Bro, you can't even prove it on the camera,
Yeah,
bro.
Hey, let me stand. Oh, I can't stand up, guys.
Stand up,
stand
Josh.
up for
my fit ain't the best right now. I'm wearing my I don't give a flip fit. So.
You don't give a freak.
Like y'all seen that meme whenever it says like when someone sees you and you're I don't give a flip fit.
Yeah, you're just like crap, man. Fudged up today,
bro. It's like whenever you go to like a job interview and then it's like a Zoom job interview and it's only showing your upper half. So why are you gonna put on some pants? You know,
yeah, true.
Nothing waist below. Nothing.
All right, guys.
Right.
Bro, really?
I didn't say anything.
You said nothing waist below. What's that supposed to mean?
No, because you made that Zoom joke.
Yo.
Really, nigga?
Ooh. All right. Anyways, Winging Weekly, guys. Yeah. So we're winging it.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. Late night. Another late night.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have anything else you want to say, Steve, or do you want to move on to?
Nah, I was just wondering what you guys' opinion was on gene modifications and whatnot. I think it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, we're actually, let us know in the comments below. We can actually make a whole video about genetic modification, you know. So let us know in the comments below anything y'all want to add, talk about, a dedicated video, anything. Like we just need to release content at this point. So all the work you give us, it'll be our pleasure to do.
It's kind of interesting to like think about how the true American race will look like in the next like 200 to 500 years. Jeez. Because if you think about it, like the genetic makeup of the U.S. is really just a bunch of like different cultures together and mixed together, whatever.
Right.
And to see like what is like the actual race of what is the actual American race going to look like?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't think
is it going to be like a light skin? Is it going to be like a mixture of like?
That's what they say. They say
skin only, or
they say it's going to be a mix of like some scientist a long time ago said the average American person is going to look like this woman, and then she looked Hispanic or something like that, or like a mix of like Hispanic, black, and like stuff like that.
You heard that, white people? You guys are going extinct. How do you guys feel? I'm just kidding.
Oh my
name, bro! It's like that one.
We love all our viewers, guys.
Yeah, we love all of you. We don't discriminate.
This is just friendly.
Yeah, it's just banter. Just banter.
It's I don't know. I just think it's interesting to say.
But the odds are against you guys. So
if you think about it, the U.S. do something. The U.S. isn't that like.
What are we? The DEI table? What's it called?
We're the DEI couch.
You got 2 Mexicans and a black person, y'all. So
all we're missing is one Asian and one white. We need an Asian and a white.
We just need some more.
Yeah, we need a.
Hey, so Jamie, whoever wants to be the
white
editing guy, so you either have to be white or Asian, or Asian, even better.
Yeah, 2 stones. Wait, what? How's it going?
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah.
Yeah. DEI.
Lennon here, bro.
All right. Anyways.
There we go. That's a little tangent there.
Nah, but I was as I was saying, I'm like, but if you think about it, the United States isn't that old.
Right.
Like it's only got like 200 something. Like it's about to be 250. Jeez. 250 years or about right around. That's really young for a nation to see it develop and how it's gone this far. So and now that we see it as a big melting pot, I mean, we always kind of have, but we're gonna eventually see every culture kind of like combine one day at one point.
There isn't going to be a culture, actually.
I mean, I think there is, because if you think about it, like
it's just going to be,
for
like
example,
one. What's that?
Like a
one world. This is why we need a Patreon. Steve, you can't afford a shower.
His hands are covered in oil.
Bro, I didn't wash my hands, man. Bro. Just kidding. Nah, they won't come off. It's grease.
One day, though.
All right, so the Patreon is going to be said. We're going to need a new background. I need a microphone. Steve needs some hand soap.
He needs some shower.
We can't even afford these things.
I came from work, bro. Chill.
Bro, that's so stereotypical.
Yeah, he's a mechanic, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Mechanic, or was your side job construction or lawn mowing?
Oh my goodness!
No, we're just playing. I was
playing, y'all.
There's the DI, bro. It's okay. We could.
I feel like
we could talk about it
in the future. It's just gonna be like a one world order type thing. Like, you know how those
so like end of times.
Yeah, kind of like that. But like, it's just gonna be like there's gonna be no culture. It's just gonna be nationality. I think that's just my theory. At least. What's so funny?
What?
Are you still laughing at William?
Bro, I just took a look at my...
You never noticed that?
I was thinking, I thought I was turning black, bro.
Gene modification over here.
Bro, he tested genetic modification on himself already, bro.
That's why I'm talking about it, bro.
So
He's like,
all that DEI talk.
The N-word pass. I just want to see.
He can almost.
Hey, but do I have the N-word pass?
Just the Steven. Yeah.
Hey, chill. Look, I'm not trying to get demonetized.
Yeah,
here,
we're not trying to get
we
demonetized.
want to make all 50 cents of our views that we're gonna get.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Dude, all that DEI talk, bro.
Yeah.
Made me.
Guys, we're just a bunch of poor minorities. Please donate. Okay, let's chill out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, wait. What were you saying again about the?
It's just gonna be nationalities. It's just. I mean, it's kind of happening now. Really, it's just like kind of like that term whitewashing, but not
whitewashing.
Kind of like, I mean, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm second generation, 2.5 type generation, and I mean, I guess it's. I don't know. I guess it's my own fault, but I don't even know Spanish. I'm more American than Mexican.
No,
obviously I look Mexican, but I am legal here, okay? For those of you who are wondering.
Damn, bro.
All the Mexicans watching
start making fun of you, bro.
Damn,
no report us, bro.
Like, instead of swatting us, they're going to ice us, bro.
Yeah. I am legal here, okay, guys? Jeez. But anyways, literally, English is my only language I know. And yeah, born and raised Texas. Yeah.
That wasn't me, bro. No, I'm playing. Nah. Yeah, I get what you're coming from, bro. But like what I'm trying to say is that, like, okay, at one point, like, maybe one of our kids, if it's not us, maybe one of our kids will intermarry with someone that's not from our culture.
Yeah.
For example, like an Indian lady or an Indian man or a black lady or an Indian... A black lady or a black man.
Wait, you said Indian lady or Indian man?
Yeah. Whether we have a daughter or a man or a male or female.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like
Yeah,
interracial couple?
Yeah. What I'm saying, like, if it's not us, it's gonna be one of our kids.
Yeah.
If it's not one of our kids, it's gonna be one of their kids.
Like that.
So
like
eventually,
gets an interracial relationship. Or
yeah, and maybe like they get in a relationship with someone that's half and half. Like maybe they're half white, half Indian, half Native American, half Indian, or the list goes on. And it's kind of crazy that at one point we're probably gonna see like a huge like mix of people, like that are dating each other.
So it makes sense. Like what you saw, like a picture of 50 years or something like that. That they have.
It said like by 2050 or like 2050.
I think brown's probably going to be the new majority.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. Could be. Not. It could be. I don't know. I think it's going to be like a lighter skin. It's not going to be like. It's going to be like a tanner skin.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's going to be lighter than like our skin tone, but it's not going to be as white as like white people.
Right.
So it's going to be like a just kind of tan.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because like, I don't know. I think the like the black and white genes, white people genes are kind of stronger because we're more of a mixed race.
Yeah.
Like the brown people are more of a mixed race.
Right.
I mean, Asian genes are pretty strong too.
We're not even us.
Asian genes are strong.
We're not necessarily pure ourselves. We're literally a mixture of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're mixed.
Natives.
Yeah.
Aztecs.
Yeah, everybody's a mix of something.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, charcoal black.
That's crazy.
Bro, like this body.
Bro. Looking like you're
bro, what if you're purple, bro?
That's crazy.
It's too far gone.
Or like pale white.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a little bit of pigment in your skin, whether that be melanin or a less melanin.
Bro, you probably just got burnt in the sun, bro.
I had this coworker, and I don't know how true this is. And she was African American. She was black. I don't know. I said African American. My bad. It's kind of weird of me. But
okay.
What?
Look.
Okay, she was of Africa. Okay,
she was a black lady, and then she was telling me that.
I am offended that you said that. You should have said African American.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
your inward pass taken away, by the way.
I didn't know I had it to begin with.
Take his card away, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if I knew I had it, I would have used it. But anyways, she was saying how her great grandpa, I'm sorry, or something like that. I don't remember at this point. It's kind of blurry. But she said that her great grandpa had slaves, and that he married one of her slaves. You know,
I thought they couldn't marry.
I guess after the whole Civil
Probably not
War.
officially, but I mean they probably had like love
Probably ran
relations.
away to the north.
Yeah, I mean he had that. I mean I was gonna say jungle fever, but what's the opposite?
Oh my
Bro.
Yo.
What?
Hey, yo, what the?
Yo.
Isn't that what's called? Am I missing something here, Josh?
Bro. You're
Is that being cut off?
you might as well say ooga booga, bro. Like,
Oh, that's what they say, though, right? But that must have
Anyway.
been awkward, though. Like, can you imagine you're a slave owner? All your friends are all slave owners, right? And you go to like a family gathering or a friend gathering, you eat a barbecue or something, and like, right, this is fresh off the war, and the Southerners are a little sour, I guess you can say, because they're lost. And your friend here brings like an African lady. Isn't it a little awkward? Like, how do you explain that to your friend? Right?
they'd be disowned,
Mixed
bro.
feelings.
Yeah, they probably
They would
like,
be disowned by because they'd be still stuck in their ways, fresh off to the war. They would be disowned because, like, here's the thing. Fun fact about me: my mom is biracial, half white, half black. My grandma was white, and when my white side of the family, when they found out that my grandma got with the black man, they disowned him. So I got like
Really?
a whole white side that I don't even know, bro. Like,
Really?
Yeah, because it was during like the civil
Dang,
rights era,
dude.
you know.
right.
That
So-
far back?
Yeah, my grandma was like,
Yeah, you're right.
my mom was like, what,
That's not-
58 right now?
Yeah,
56,
you're right.
56. So,
Dang.
Yeah, I forgot because my grandparents are from like the 30s.
The 30s.
Yeah.
1930s?
38. Yeah, like 38.
how old are your
Your
grandparents?
grandparents.
Like 80s. 80. They're in their 80s.
Jeez, man, they've been
Oh, my grandma's 78. So,
wow.
Wait, does that check out 38, 40, 60? Yeah, it checks out.
Jeez, old.
They're like 38, I think. They're from like 38.
Then, Rob,
But-
how old are your grandparents?
I don't know, they're dead.
Your grandma? Your grandma's like,
yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, grandma. if you're-
bro.
my grandmother doesn't know English. Okay?
Bro already disowned his own grandma,
Yeah,
bro.
all right.
Oh.
Unless you're using Google Translate, grandmother, I'm sorry, but
I'm gonna have
She
to
doesn't
show
know
her this
English.
clip, bro.
Bro, they're going to clip this and then cancel you.
yeah,
bro.
no, I'm sorry, grandma. I would say sorry in Spanish, but I don't know Spanish.
Lo siento.
Lo siento, por favor.
Yeah, I know a little bit of Spanish. Okay, let's not get off topic. I'm probably going to cut this out, but go ahead.
Anyway,
Okay,
do you
what's
not
the
have like a
next step?
family tree or something?
I actually did my
Like
ancestry.
Uncle Bob.
So
Bob.
I did my ancestry in on ancestry after you.
It says he's just African.
Well, you know what you should do, Josh? If you find any like white people that you know that are racist, like really racist, you should knock on their door and be like, "Hey, I'm your cousin," or "Hey, I'm your nephew." That would be a good video. That'd be like those
Boy,
videos-
get the hell out my yard. just deliberately go up to like places with Confederate flags and be like, Grandpa.
Literally, yeah.
That's what that you know KJ Smooth from YouTube.
Yeah, he does.
He does that.
It'd be like those
He
videos,
does
yeah,
that
like
before.
befriended the most racist guy in America, or whatever.
Yes.
Which how do you rate that, by the way?
That
How
was
do you
funny
know
as
you're the
heck. I
most
ain't even gonna
racist
lie.
guy in America? Like,
How
is
do you
there-
rate that?
Yeah, is there
He
like
just doesn't
a-
want to get close to black people
Is there like a status around there
or other
saying like, "Oh, this guy's
diverse
more racist"?
So on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you think about black people? Mexicans? Asians?
Man, there's some.
All right, he won the statistic. You are officially the racist man in the world.
Right? I mean, there's some sweats out there, man.
I don't know. Man. I don't know. I think
Bro,
there's other
like,
way more
I'm-
racist cultures out there, man.
I mean, we're just casual, but I mean, like, there's some sweats out there. Are you kidding me?
They really beat us to the leaderboard, bro.
Yeah.
They're-
Oh man, we're not racist, by the way.
no, we're not. But.
Anyway, you did the Ancestry.com?
Oh, so I did the ancestry. It said I was I was related to the profile. Was like, so you have a 45% match with this user right here. I read the username. It freaking said Zulu Lady 5000.
Zulu lady. what?
Zulu, like African. Like, imagine I just message her and be like, "Hey, you could be my cousin.
What is this boy? What does he want? I do not associate myself with him.
Wait, have you ever seen that video where?
Bro, Zulu lady 5000.
What? I kid you not.
Dude,
They're,
Ancestry.com is a ripoff, I guess.
Yeah.
no, it's good. They do like genetically
Yeah.
test. I guess it's expensive though.
Get your data leaked already or what?
But what?
Your data.
Oh yeah,
You know how all that stuff gets leaked.
You can't commit any crimes now because they got your DNA.
They got your DNA, bro.
Yeah, the feds are allowed to go through the ancestry to get your
People
DNA.
have gotten caught like that.
Yeah, legit.
Dang, I can't commit any crimes.
Yep.
Dude.
I know it's. I'm just. I can't say that. Never mind.
Bro, you're giving away the secrets.
I know it's in your
dude.
DNA,
What are
but
you,
you can't.
FBI?
Just kidding. I'm gonna get canceled.
I'm not cutting that out, by the way. So his name's Rob. Make sure y'all cancel him, okay? So,
If you cancel me, you cancel Winging It Weekly.
Rob the knob.
anyways, I think that's enough of that talk. Rob, you got something you wanna?
Yeah. Well,
Rob's topic.
Let's take a quick break. Let's get all this race talk out of us.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
We gotta rewind.
We'll be right back, guys. We're back from the break. So, much needed break, y'all. A lot to talk about.
We did some.
We only got more content coming your way.
Oh yeah. We did some unloading. We did everything, guys. We're ready to go.
Yep, and we actually got Jamie on the set. Say hi, Jamie.
Jimmy.
Our editor.
Jamie.
Jamie.
I said Jamie.
Bro doesn't get it.
Yeah. Oh, we couldn't afford Jamie, so we got Jimmy.
Yeah, we're paying him in
C4s.
Jimmy House of
C4s,
Cigarettes,
caffeine.
everything, yeah.
All right, but
keeping that boy alive.
yo.
With the
All right, so
yeah.
what else you got for us?
I don't know. What do you guys think about all the planes on the news lately?
I feel like
Catching
plane
on fire,
crashes.
flipping, crashing,
suspiciously amounts of planes keep
all
crashing.
over the world.
But I
Missing.
I feel like
American Airlines.
But I feel like planes have always been crashing, but now since that's a hot
Yeah, I was
topic
about to
right
say,
now,
yeah.
I was about to say.
and they're recording every single
It's
plane
possible,
crash.
yeah.
Okay, but I've also heard that like the geomagnetic poles or something are shifting and it's messing with their instruments. But
So
I don't know.
what does that mean?
I don't know what
It
that
just messes with their instruments that are magnetic or whatever. So it gets them either lost, which makes them go
Why do
missing.
you think the magnetic field is?
No, I don't. I don't think it's that. I'm just saying some people have said that.
Oh, I see.
Nah, I just think it's I don't know. I think it's just like a plan. But why do you say that there's always been crashes? Not this much though.
Well,
compared to right now.
If people are dying, then I think for sure news stations are going to see that like they're going to see dollar signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to see.
But beside that, it's
they're gonna
commercial. Not even just like private planes. It's just like commercial
yeah, I
planes.
think
That's
it's a bit
that's
unusual,
really.
yeah. Not only because
that's a big deal.
Yeah, because
You're dealing with people.
But if you think about it, if people are saying a lot of planes are crashing all the time, but if you think about it, let's say hypothetically speaking, 20 plane crashes happen a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say a week. 20 plane crashes a week.
Damn,
you know
dude,
how
that's still kind of a lot.
It's a lot, exactly.
Bro.
But listen, hear me out.
Bro, there's like no one in the sky, bro.
That
what
is
are you crashing to?
20 plane crashes that happened a week is a lot, right?
Oh.
Right.
But think about how many planes take off and land a week.
right.
Well over at least probably 5,000. Well over 5,000. So 20 compared to 5,000, I say that's a good ratio. You know.
I mean,
Yeah,
still
bro,
dying,
but
I
I
guess,
mean,
yeah.
huh?
People are still dying, but I mean, yeah, I guess that's true.
My point. I'm not saying it's not sad.
You got like
point-
1 in 5 chance of dying when you go on your plane.
My point is saying that not as many planes are crashing as the media puts it out to be. That's my point.
Nah, bro, there is a lot.
I
I don't think they should be having like malfunctions like that,
I think it's a bit.
especially if it's like you're flying.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like they have pre-checks, pre-trips,
Right.
and like the pilot goes through so much school, and
Right.
like so much. What do you call it?
So much.
He has like so much on his
Experience?
plate.
A lot of.
Like he's got a lot of responsibility.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
obviously,
Right.
I don't know. He's got a lot of training and responsibility for that much stuff to be happening. Like he's basically well educated,
Yeah.
and stuff should not malfunction like how it does.
I know we are.
They also
like,
have professional professional mechanics,
Yeah.
like actually working on their planes and stuff all the time. It's not even them working on their own planes.
I know we're like a month and a half. I don't even know at this point. We're like a month later or something like that. But what do you think happened in Washington?
Willie,
What
what
about the
crash?
crash in Washington D.C.? You know how the army plane or whatever it was crashed into the commercial plane and like everybody died.
Oh, like the ones where they ran into each other?
Yeah. Is that
The
right?
helicopter, right?
Yeah, the helicopter.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about that.
Bro, anyway, but what I was saying, I think all these plane crashes, even though you say that like we're just more aware of it because it's on the media now, and obviously dollar signs of the news.
Right.
Even though we say that, I think it's been on the news more than likely because of the fact that I think they're trying to replace pilots with AI.
That's a fair point.
Well, you actually believe like this is actually happening?
This is something I've just thought of on my own. No, I haven't even seen any sources, but in my head, I've seen it's since 2020 and before. The airlines have been struggling to keep up with demand and have been struggling to even make profit on many flights.
Yeah. Jeez.
And besides that, it's just a whole different logistics because you're dealing with people and not all your flights sell all the time.
Right.
So sometimes you gotta upcharge your flight, and it's just too expensive for people to buy. People won't take the flight, or you gotta do round trips or one trip there. It's just a whole different logistics, and it's hard to make profit off of airlines.
Yeah.
And although obviously they do make billions and billions of dollars, like every flight realistically has to pay their crew, has to pay the pilot, and has to pay maintenance.
Yeah.
You know, maintenance and all that, and all that's really expensive and adds up.
That makes sense.
And it kind of sucks more that if the pilots mess with the equipment or break something or crash the plane, and I say commercial airlines because of the fact that more commercial airline accidents have been happening.
Yeah.
Like at the airport with the pilots.
You think maybe the pilots are maybe overworked? Like they're just exhausted, they're tired.
I mean, even if they're not,
mistakes could happen.
Even if they're not, like 6 out of 8 pilots, from what I've heard, like apparently always like fall asleep on the flight. Like the only thing they do is basically
they
just.
They don't have like autopilot, don't they?
They do.
Well, they do. So
they kick that into autopilot. They just take off
and land.
Yeah, they just take off and land. That's all they do.
Jeez, I can see why AI.
So it's kind of scary. You're not really aware.
That's true. Yeah.
And it's apart from that. What was I getting to? Yeah, there's pilots in the military actually that dogfight with AI drones, and they literally lose against drone AIs 100% of the time.
A dogfight? Is that what you said?
Yeah. So plane fight. So it's like a jet. They're in a jet. There's a Air Force fighter pilot.
You look at me like
there's an Air Force fighter pilot in a jet,
Look,
and they're fighting with the AI.
You had to play it like Battlefield, bro. Like, come on. Now.
Anyway, what do you call it? Like I'm just saying that against the best trained fighter pilots in of the Air Force, they lose 100% of the time in a dogfight against an AI drone.
That's crazy.
So it's like if AI is that advanced, why don't we just use it for commercial use? I mean, it'd be most likely cheaper and less accidents.
But people don't want to put their lives into AI's hands.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, that's why it hasn't. But
because AI makes decisions based on calculations and logic as opposed to emotions.
Yeah. But that's where my theory comes in. I think that's why there's so many accidents and we're seeing it more. Yeah. So that the airlines can be like, oh, well, try this AI. This AI doesn't crash. This AI doesn't have accidents. Yeah, and that's why I think I'm like, pilots have already been taken over by AI from what I see with the military. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I think it's eventually going to go into commercial, and all these pilots may or may not get replaced sooner or later if all these accidents keep happening.
Yeah,
and
true.
Especially if it's already proven through the military. But aside from that,
well, you heard it here, Musk. We're catching on to you.
Huh?
You heard it here, Musk. We're catching on to you.
Winging It Weekly. We're coming after you.
Yeah, Musk, you're not getting away with this.
We're gonna use our millions and millions of viewers.
We're already ahead of you,
money
bro.
To come at you.
Support our Patreon on this legal battle against Musk taking over all the jobs.
Yeah, dude. And I think with AI, airlines would probably make a better profit.
Yeah.
So they don't have to pay the pilot a grand salary of what they already pay them. They don't have to rely on the pilot to be there on time.
Right.
Just different things, you know.
Yeah.
The crew might still be able to be there, but the only thing I see the pilot doing is really just maybe keeping control, maintaining control of the actual people in the cabin or the airline.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I can see because I mean, I know for a fact the pilots are just overworked, tired, never really seeing their family.
A lot of jet lag.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not sure because if what you're saying is like if people are trying to have AI take over the thing for pilots, like let's say there's a malfunction in the AI and you have to fly the plane manually and there's no one there because there's not a pilot.
That's the thing. The dispatch on the ground would probably have control over it, either landing it or taking it off. Because I mean that's what they already do. I mean in the military, I mean you can fly a drone far as heck, blow somebody up.
Jeez.
And same with the drones in the sky. You know, there's someone piloting it behind.
Right.
But then what if they can't communicate with them? What if the communication's wrong or something?
Damn, bro, there's a lot of what ifs, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, whenever it comes to putting lives in the hands of something, everyone's gonna ask the what if.
But that's the thing. You could say the same thing with the pilot. What if he has a stroke?
Yeah.
Or what if bro dies?
Right.
Or what if you could say the same thing. What if the engine blows up?
What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
What if
no more 9/11s if AI is there, right?
yeah, you won't be able to take over the cockpit,
Literally, you
bro.
won't be able to.
Unless you hack it. That's another what if. What if it gets hacked?
That's true. Someone could hack the plane.
Someone could hack
the AI.
it. So that's another con.
I will say it's probably easier to hack something as opposed to physically going on there and then with the TSA pre-checks and stuff like that.
Say Petunia?
TSA pre-checks.
Oh.
And nothing's getting
dude, and then TSA is annoying as heck too.
Bro, TSA, bro. Like
shout out to TSA.
They are, bro. Like
nothing's getting past them anymore, man.
Nothing's getting past them.
Did you guys ever
put your bag on the tank? I said put your damn bag on the thing. How many times I gotta tell you?
Damn, bro.
Be so mean for no reason, bro.
Right.
Did you interview at the TSA, bro, at the airport?
Please.
Hey, if they ever talk to you like that, you gotta show them who you are.
Yeah, I'm like, look,
you gotta show the badge.
Yep.
Winging It Weekly. I can end your career. Okay, what's your name? What's your name? Johnson. All right, I got you, Johnson.
Did you guys ever watch that movie that was trending during December, where it was like the holiday and there was this guy threatening this TSA agent to let. Is it Die Hard?
Is it like the old movie with Bruce Willis?
Nah, it's a new movie.
EPKA mother trucker.
Nah, it's like there's this guy, and he basically threatens this TSA agent to let this guy with the bomb in through to the plane.
Is it the one with it's like Carry On or something like that?
Carry On, yeah, there you
Netflix,
go.
Right?
Carry On,
I've never seen it, but
that's what it reminded me when you said TSA. It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It wasn't really realistic, but
Hollywood trying to make TSA look good or something.
They are the real heroes of the story.
No one's falling for it, Hollywood. That's crazy.
But
yeah. What do y'all think? Y'all think it's realistic that AI could take over in the next maybe 20 years?
Take over
maybe
pilots
honestly.
and all that?
I mean, what do you think they would be able to take over?
They're already trying to take over the truck industry. Like, truckers are finna be out of the job, bro.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Man. Yeah, a lot of. I think all the white collar jobs are gonna get taken.
Dang, that means you guys are gonna have to finish your high school diploma, guys.
The computer jobs too. AI can do all that for you.
Same with computer. What is it?
Data entry. Data entry. AI can do that.
I think the only AI thing AI can't do is really just like manual work.
AI cannot take over McDonald's. I'm just saying that.
Bro,
what?
The customer
Bro,
service.
there's already a full automated McDonald's here in West Side.
One's going for it.
The customer service is already booty as it is, bro. Like, I'd much rather talk to a robot than some
16-year-old.
Some 16-year-old that smells like weed.
Okay, maybe the night workers, but the morning workers, all the questionable legal status, those people, they're good workers. They serve the best.
Yeah, that's
biscuits.
fair.
They have although they have a little bit of an accent, but they have really good customer
That's
service.
Where?
All the morning workers in McDonald's.
Usually for a lot of the fast food restaurants, the morning workers are always the best workers. Not until like the night workers. That's what that night whenever
they don't want to do work.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already full. Have you guys been to the fully automated one right here in West Side?
I've never been to it. No.
You haven't? I suggest you go. It's pretty cool.
I'll try it out, but I'm not gonna really support AI.
It's right there by Ridgemore Mall. Kind of off 30.
Yeah, and that's a good topic. We should definitely talk about like AI. And
AI is pretty scary, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, that is an interesting topic. But
moving on to our next. Last but not least, they always save the best for last. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Rob got something for us. So
yeah, oh yeah, and it's gonna be based off something about yesterday. As I said last week or last episode, I really do enjoy religious studies. Okay, here we go.
Whooping out the notes, y'all.
Yo, yeah. Yeah,
you always know Rob's about to talk when he whips out that phone.
Yeah, he even sat up too. He said, "All right."
Right. So we are going to talk about the Book of Enoch. So if those who don't know, Enoch's kind of like it was made allegedly. It was made by Enoch. If you don't know, he's a guy from Genesis, and he never died. Believe it or not, he was just taken up from God. And the Book of Enoch is said to have been made 300 to 100 years before Christ was born, and that's important to know. That's important to know as we move on. So the Book of Enoch is interesting because it goes into aspects that the Bible really doesn't. It goes into aspects of fallen angels. It gives us names. It gives us more in depth about the Nephilim, as we talked about last week, where they're offspring of angels and humans. And it goes into a lot of different things. So a lot of people originally believed that it was written in Aramaic or Hebrew, which was later translated into Greek, Latin, and Ethiopian Gez. I think that's how you pronounce it, guys. It was divided into 5 sections, each with unique themes. And although it's not in the Bible, it did influence a lot of...
Wait.
What?
But like, all that's like old. Like,
what do you mean?
It's like that's like old text, right?
Yeah.
Well, like scripture. How old? Like,
how are they going? Like, how are they gonna say they got a book written by Enoch himself when he was alive during the Adam and Eve times? What are the odds that transcription?
What do you mean?
I heard there's a lot of magic in that book.
Said he was alive during the Adam and Eve times.
Well, not he was. Like, he was in the Book of Genesis, wasn't he?
Yeah, the Book of Genesis. That's that. Wouldn't that? Well, it would be around that time, like probably 3, give or take a couple hundred years. You know. I
think he's somebody's grandfather. I just don't remember. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, he's Cain's son, one of his last sons. Yeah, which is very interesting because all of his sons were not too great. Those who don't know, Cain offed his own brother because of envy, believe it or not.
Wait, but how old is that book? Like, if it were to be in the Bible, where would it land? Like,
I don't know. I think
the same Book of Genesis.
It would still be in the Book of Genesis, but all we know is that it was made between 300 to 100 years BC before Christ. So, which I still think it's still important because I'll get to it later.
All right.
So, and if I'm looking down a lot, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I just want to be as accurate as I possibly can, but I'll try to answer everybody's questions. And by everybody, I just mean Steve and Josh. Or Steve and
Let us know in the comments below any other questions.
Yeah.
We will start streaming, so get ready for that. Winging It fans. So
I'm excited to start streaming.
Excited.
Yeah. There's gonna be no edits, no clips, no anything taken out, so it's gonna be all natural.
Let's get canceled.
Yeah, we're definitely getting canceled with this one. All right, so the book claims to be written by Enoch, a figure in Genesis, who walked with God and was taken to heaven. That's in Genesis 5:21 through 24.
So is he like one of the only people like recorded that hasn't died?
I think
didn't meet death?
There's Enoch and Elias. I think that's how you pronounce it. Elias.
Elias.
It could be that. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, but there's a theory that.
Sorry, I got a credit card.
In the Book of Revelations, there's 2 people.
What?
Why'd you say?
Sorry, I got a credit card.
Because you said Jinx Yomi soda.
What? Is that what you reply to that?
Yeah. Well, back in the day, before credit cards were like a big thing.
Damn, bro, I wasn't back around that time, bro.
Yeah, bro, I know I'm old.
Yeah, you definitely are.
But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Nah, but you said Elias and
And Enoch. And the reason why people believe that they're going to come back is because in the book of Revelations, which is those who don't know, it's the last book in the Bible that talks about the apocalypse. And Revelations, if I'm not mistaken, just means to be enlightened, right?
Yep.
To be
enlightened.
To be just to be enlightened. I guess it's like being made aware of what's going on. I guess about the end times. And the end times, Revelations was written by John.
A revelation sounds like revelance, like a revealing of something.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And John was one of the many disciples of Jesus. So, to go back, I guess, to what I was saying earlier, there's a theory about Enoch and Elias going into the end times to be one of the many people who spread the word of God, I guess, after tribulation. In theory, of course. And if you guys want me to go into depth into that, I'd love to go over the book of Revelation. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to.
That one would be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of figurative.
Yeah.
It depends, I guess, how you see it.
It's definitely
figurative or
a lot of
literal.
Yeah. It's definitely hard to distinguish what's figurative and what's figurative.
A lot of imagery.
What's literal. So
even if like you're not Christian, it's kind of interesting.
It is, yeah. I mean, there's so many books, Bibles, well, not Bibles,
describes
but
everything.
Religious books, scriptures, whatever, that talks about the end of time. So Revelation is obviously one of them. And it's obviously one of the most known because obviously there's a big population of Christians. But let's go into it. So it describes about fallen angels mating with human woman and producing offspring with Nephilim, as I mentioned before. And the reason why, like, why would we read the book of Enoch about something that's already mentioned in the Bible? Well, the reason why is because the book of Enoch goes way more in depth than the Bible does. It kind of goes into who did what and why, I guess you can say.
Okay, but why did he make a separate book to the Bible?
I guess because in the Bible it kind of talks. I guess you can say it's not too important to go into like the structure of what happened and why. But if I am not mistaken, now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but there is an angel, one which I don't remember his name entirely, and I don't know how to pronounce it either way, but the other one I do know, which his name is Azazel, and he was part of the group called the Watchers, and the Watchers the whole job description, I guess, is to watch over humanity to make sure it's okay. And another interesting topic we can talk about is angelology. Is that how you pronounce that correctly?
I don't know.
I guess the study of angels pretty much is what that means. And the reason why it's interesting is because the reason why the Watchers section, which is one of the 5 sections of the Book of Enoch, and the Watchers is one of them, the first one actually, and the most interesting in my opinion, because it goes into depth and like angels in some forms it's kind of like humans, because humans are also very easily, I guess depending on the person, is easily tempted, easily corrupted. And in the book of in Genesis and the book of Enoch, it talks about how angels were also corrupted, tempted by females nonetheless, which is, obviously a lot of men, we all struggle with that as well. Well, some of us, 2 of us are married, so. Anyways.
Damn, bro, you just exposed yourself, bro.
I'll cut that out.
yeah, let's cut that off. Okay, I found that. I don't know why I didn't look at my notes, but I found the 2 angels' name. Azazel and, I'm going to ruin this. I'm going to butcher this one. Shemi
Have fun with it, bro.
Shemi Haza. I butchered that, I know.
Not really familiar, bro.
Yeah, I haven't heard about that. But would you consider the Book of Enoch canon or not? Is it canon to the lore?
It's a canon event, bro.
Yeah, I would say some parts that make you think it is canon.
Well, that's what they say. That it's very like
because the Book of Enoch has some
exaggerated,
like
a lot of magic too.
Some things I would probably say it's a little exaggerated. Like that in the Book of Enoch, it goes in depth about the height of the Nephilim, which is 22,500 feet.
Like stated previously in the previous podcast.
Yeah, they're like mountains, but they're probably if Goliath. I don't know,
bro. The mountains are their footstool, bro.
But I mean, I forgot what was that.
22,000 feet.
Yeah, I mean it goes into depth about that, but
I like to read it one day. How many chapters is it? Is it long?
It's pretty long, I would say. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 sections, and look,
compared to like Genesis is pretty long.
Yeah, I mean, the first section is called the Book of Watchers, like I mentioned. It's 36 chapters in total, and pretty much it goes into the Nephilim, but also goes into God's judgment, which it goes into the archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, which they were told to intervene. The fallen angels, which is Azazel and the other one, Shemi Haza, and to imprison them until Judgment Day. So, according to the Book of Enoch, as of today, all the angels that protect and having affairs with females, human women, are still locked up to this day, and they will be let out until Judgment Day. Whether that means pre-tribulation or post-tribulation, I have no idea. Nobody really knows about that. But it does talk about the Bible, how in Revelations, there are going to be some demons let loose, if I'm not mistaken, that are locked up. And they could be talking about Azazel and all those demons, because a lot of people,
are those the ones that are like trapped in the Ephraim River?
I don't know exactly like where they're stuck or anything like that, but there are
Euphrates,
there you go.
There are demons or whatever you want, fallen angels that are imprisoned. And that has to get put into some perspective, because if Lucifer is able to roam around and do whatever he wants, imagine how dangerous these fallen angels are, right? That they have to be locked up until the end times. It's
probably reckless.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be some crazy, scary times during the end times. So, I mean, well, without further ado, let's continue. So, the reason why the Book of Enoch is interesting, because they go into... I mean, we've already spoken about the Nephilim like a bunch of times, and I know you guys are probably tired of hearing that word as well. But the reason why it's also interesting, because the Book of Enoch also covers crossbreeding of species. So in Enoch chapter 7, verse 5 through 6, it states, "And they began to sin against birds and beasts and reptiles and fish."
Like they started like
well,
having
we don't know
relations with them or something?
It's not exactly
bestiality.
It's not entirely like sure as to what that means, but a lot of people theorize that it means they were either breeding or doing some type of genetic corruption, as we know they do that with Nephilim. That's our biggest proof that they do.
So they were trying to procreate. So
they were trying to create like different things.
Animals.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bro, the original furries, bro.
That's how we know furries are evil. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Furries,
are you though?
We respect whatever animal you identify as, whether that be wolves, foxes, whatever. That's entirely
what does the fox
up to
say?
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I mean, it's with that verse, it kind of like gives us to think: did they either procreate or did some type of genetic mutation with these animals?
It sounds to me like they're trying to play God, trying to create something.
I mean,
well, that kind of like what you said right now. It kind of makes me go back to like the cloning, and the mutation of genetics and the genetic modifications.
When it comes to
that's
Satan,
what it kind of reminded me of.
Exactly, and then when it comes to Satan and all these demons, their whole premise is literally playing God. That's kind of like their whole premise.
So I guess it is evil.
Yeah, it's like they're anti-God, and they're always trying to play God. I mean, that's how the whole... Like
it's because, I mean, their whole thing was like they want to be like God.
Literally, yeah.
And they wanted to be above God. That's why they rebelled. So
exactly, that's the whole premise.
I guess it makes sense of why they're doing that.
And to me, their possible creatures could be... Like, you can only think about what they exactly put together. And it states in Enoch that whenever they created these animals... they always turned very violent and always protect in some form. I mean,
so is that where like beasts were made? Kind of like the beast that it talks about?
Yeah, like Nephilim's like the biggest one. And they
22 feet tall, bro. Only
22,000.
Oh, 22,000. Yeah.
I mean, that could be an exaggeration, but you never know. You never know.
Bro, let me look this up real fast.
I'm telling you. And what we know about Nephilim is that they always had this uncontrollable hunger, which eventually led to cannibalism. because they're just giants, right? Nothing was big enough for them to feel full, I guess you can say, right?
Oh, that's what it says in the Book of Enoch.
Yeah. And I guess to be specific, Enoch chapter 7, verse 4 through 5.
So
and the giants turned against us in order to devour men. And they began to sin against birds, beasts, reptiles, fish, and to devour one another's flesh and drink the blood.
So the Book of Enoch is really essentially just, it's not the Bible, it's just a separate book that they claim that Enoch wrote.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I remember asking a pastor one day, they're like, what do you think about the Book of Enoch? And they said to just look at it as a historical book, I guess you can say. And if that's how you want to look at it, that's fine. But some Christians, especially to be specific, the Eastern Orthodox Christians, like the ones up there in Russia and around there, and Catholicism, some do say this is canon. And a lot of people believe the spirits of the Nephilim are the origins of demons. Now, I know it can be confusing.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it can be very confusing. It is very confusing.
It could be like,
because like they say like
fallen angels.
Yeah, because they said there's demons and there's fallen angels, and the demons are the Nephilim and fallen angels.
And that's why the giants don't exist nowadays.
Yeah, I guess
because they're all demons.
Because
pretty much, yeah.
They say since the Nephilim were created by
a
crossbreed, they don't. It's like they weren't born with the souls made by God, so they can't go to heaven, but they also can't go to hell, so they're stuck on earth, which is why.
So what happens to them?
They just roam.
They just roam around, torment people.
That's the theory going around saying the Nephilim, the demons are actually Nephilim.
And I guess to make it simpler, fallen angels is in the name. Fallen angels, they fell from heaven. There were angels that fell, I guess you can say, to make it very simple. And only a third of the actual angels that God created fell down, so I guess they're the original ones that went with Satan. And
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that theory. The
Nephilim
theory? The Nephilim being, it makes sense. Like I'm like thinking about it,
right?
Whenever you guys were telling me, I was like, yeah, it actually makes kind of sense. Because then where would the demons come from?
Exactly. Yeah.
If it was all good before,
Now that always leaves us to wonder, because whenever. I don't know if it's ever been proven as a fact if Goliath is a Nephilim, but we do know he's a giant of some sort, right? Whether that means 8 feet, 9 feet, or 10 feet, or 22,000 feet.
I think it shows how tall he was.
Yeah.
I think it says how tall he was in the.
I don't know how tall.
I think he was like 6-7 feet or something like that.
He was definitely taller than.
Damn, so how tall was everybody else? Like 5 foot?
Yeah, everyone else was probably like 5'2" or something like that.
Possible, yeah.
I doubt it. Then how do we get?
He said 6'9" to 9'9".
To 9'9".
9'9".
How tall was David, bro?
Dang, he killed him with a slingshot, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, if you see those slingshots, those things are deadly. Those things are scary. I would not want to get hit in the head with that. But I think most people would want to either way. But anyways,
bro, but like that's what I'm wondering is like. How come they haven't found like skeletal remains of like people that freaking big?
Okay, maybe they're not that big. Maybe they are. Who knows? But
bro, that's hot. That's tall, bro.
It is pretty tall, but
there
are some big giants, human-like skulls that nobody really can explain.
I've seen those.
I mean,
how do they procreate, bro? That's tall the sky, bro. There's tall the sky.
You look up and it's like coming down on you,
bro. That's crazy. But fun fact,
can't even see you, bro.
Fun fact,
they're like ants.
There's an anime based on the Nephilim. If you guys can all already know who it is.
What is it?
Attack on Titan.
Oh, well, I would say it's based on the Nephilim.
It's like inspired. But I mean, look, they're beasts that have uncontrollable hunger.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can definitely say they're the Titans or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, bro. Apparently, there's still like a race to like giant people hidden in the mountains of like Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff.
Maybe that'd be some.
I mean, there's a lot of tall people everywhere.
I mean, there's a lot of supposedly there's a lot of videos about people who record some giants and they go missing because the government tries to cover it up.
I've heard horror stories. I've heard war stories of when they're like soldiers deployed in Afghanistan that no one bothers the people from the mountains.
Oh,
and that that they're usually like really tall, probably like the 3 times like our size type deal.
Jeez, scary.
Yeah,
scary.
and that they've taken out like platoons before.
That's insane.
Apparently, but apparently they get hushed. I don't know if they're whistleblowers or what.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
They usually get covered up and stuff.
Right.
But apparently the locals interacted with them too. So they
they were friendly with them.
Nah, they weren't friendly. That they would come down and take their sheep, but that they
Jeez.
would just that they would kind of confirm, kind of like
Right.
how the military
Well,
is confused.
yeah,
They
I
would just
wouldn't
confirm.
want to go around there either way.
No, apparently
Bro.
they're hidden away in the mountains and stuff.
Is Bigfoot a Nephilim?
It's possible. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Winging It Weekly. Make sure you give us a like, comment, subscribe.
Right, exactly. And if you ever talk about this theory, clip this so you know where it originates from. So you
Yeah.
get some credit.
Go ahead and tag us.
Oh, yeah.
It says some skeletal remains in North America have been measured at 10 to 18 feet tall.
Nephilim.
Insane. That's insane. That's
Could be.
Yeah, I know there are accounts of colonial era that there were some Native Americans and Native Indians of Mexico
Wait.
and here that were really tall.
Right.
Wait, so how tall did they say the Nephilim was in the Book of Enoch?
So to be exact,
Like, and
it
like
said
what-
3,000
three-
L's,
three-
ELLS. And if you go to the Book of Enoch, Nephilim height, it's every third. And if you convert that,
Apparently, it says 450 feet.
if you convert
Apparently,
yeah,
the converted is 450 feet from what they're saying.
yeah, it's insane.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you said 22,000 feet.
well, I mean, according to Google, let me
It
search.
says 450, right?
Yo, it says 450.
Yeah, 450.
Yo, discredited. I'm kidding.
Anyway, the theory goes,
That's still pretty tall though. Like 450 feet.
bro, that's
That's like
Humongous, bro.
Godzilla right there.
Humongous, bro.
That's like half God's. That's
oh,
Godzilla.
how tall is the Empire State Building?
No, but like, look, you got to look at the Google.
But like, I'm talking about the Bible. How tall are the Nephilim?
Bro, that means they were a third of the Empire State Building, bro.
But it says, according to the Book of Enoch, the Nephilim were described as great giants whose height was 300 cubits.
Whatever
Which
it
is
is,
450 apparently.
I mean, reading off of it, you can kind of tell it's probably a little exaggerated, but we're going off what the Book of Enoch says, right?
Yeah, but then back then, it's not like they would just measure them.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I mean, they're giants.
Yeah, they would
So,
probably. It was probably an estimate.
If you're that
Yeah.
close, chances are you probably don't want to measure them.
But even
I
if
know,
it was
but
an
like-
estimate, bro,
So,
even if they were like
how
100
many-
feet,
Sir, how many L's are you? Can I measure you really quick?
Literally, yeah.
it probably wouldn't even fit in his hand.
Literally, you'd be
That
like,
would be ants. We'd be ants
But-
to them, bro.
Going on for what I said, Goliath
Like, imagine
is
their sandals.
theorized to be like a Nephilim, right? That makes you wonder, because there was a great flood to wipe out the Nephilim and whatever else these demons did, right? It was, some people theorize that some, but not all, Nephilim survived the great flood. But it makes you wonder
Wait,
what else.
that means they would survive because they're that tall.
There's a
no,
big
but
chance,
there's no way because the whole point of the Noah's Ark was God flooding to kill the Nephilim. Now,
Bro,
if that was the case, are you saying that?
Bro?
Are you saying that a Nephilim was capable of evading an all-knowing God?
It's possible that some of them did survive, hence Goliath.
I think that one movie,
But
the
it
Ark,
said, I think they said Goliath wasn't a Nephilim.
It's a theory, but
he's too small, apparently.
I think it's like when you go down the line of like the tree, you're not as pure as as it started off in the first place.
I'm sure it would take a lot to raise them, too.
Yeah,
Like, because you said they're really hungry all the time.
exactly. But I mean,
Or
from
they
like
even-
the original
probably
Nephilim
extinct
to
everything.
Goliath, his hunger is probably nowhere near as bad. But that makes you wonder what else was left over.
Maybe they were low on resources, and that's why they came out like 10, 18 feet, 6 foot.
Wait, what?
You know, like
come
they're
out?
limited on resources because of how much they're
Oh,
scavenging the
Exactly.
earth.
Yeah, it's true.
That the earth started running out of resources, so they started getting smaller and smaller.
That's true. Yeah, it's definitely a good theory.
Maybe.
But I think if like based off the theory about Goliath, there's a good. Not saying there's a high chance, but there's a decent chance of some Nephilim surviving the Great Flood. I think the giant ones, like the one we saw in North America, some skeletal remains.
Yeah.
I think the big ones did die, like the super dangerous ones. But I think maybe the smaller ones did survive somehow. Who knows?
Be scared to be around them.
Exactly. It's just a theory at the end of the day. But it makes you wonder what other experiments that the demons did or fallen angels did that was also left behind. So I made a list of it based off the Book of Enoch, of course. So now this could be, I guess you can say figuratively in the Bible. They're talking about the behemoth and the Leviathan. So if you those who don't know.
Leviathan.
Leviathan. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Massive chaotic creatures referenced in Job and other, how do you pronounce it again? Apocalyptic
apocryphal.
Yeah, there's like end time texts. There's also some people believe through the medieval texts that there's werewolves and shapeshifters, as we both know, as in our last episode, that demons are shapeshifters. And there's also, of course, vampiric and ghoul-like beings, which is tied to blood-drinking Nephilim spirits. So it's very interesting, I guess you can say, with the Book of Watchers, because it makes you wonder.
Book of Watchers?
Yeah, that's like the first section of 5 sections in the Book of Enoch.
Oh, like the first section? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the kind of same chapter?
Yeah. Because it's called the Book of Watchers because obviously the angels.
Also, the translation from like the old text to like English would be way different too.
It's possible, yeah, with the whole... Yeah, maybe they got the number wrong with the 3,000 L's.
Yeah, that's true.
It's definitely a good chance.
That's crazy. 22,000 feet, bro? Or 450? Even exactly. 450?
And the reason why I told you guys to remember that this came out 300 to 100 years before Jesus is because in the Book of Enoch, from the Book of Parables, it talks about the coming of the Son of Man. So for those of you who don't know, Son of Man is another reference to Jesus. And in the Book of Enoch, it talks about the coming Messiah. And I don't know exactly where in the Old Testament talks about the coming of the Son of Man, but I know that it's definitely a bit odd that the Book of Enoch talks about it 300 to 100 years before he was even born, when not many people knew about it to begin with. So I guess it's just
interesting prophecy. That's why I wonder. I'm like, when was this found?
Yeah,
like who found it?
That's why some people, like the Eastern Orthodox Christians, believe that this is canon, because how would somebody know who was 300 to 100 years before Christ was born know about this coming of Messiah, right?
Like, that's what I'm just curious. I'm just so curious to see who found it, when they found it, if they found it before or after Jesus.
Right. And here comes the astronomical book, which is chapter 72 to 82, which is talking about Enoch's space journey, which describes his mystical visions of the universe, including the movement of sun, moon, and stars. And it suggests a calendar system different from the Jewish lunar calendar. And I've looked at this calendar system. You guys can search it up yourself. It's very similar to the one we use literally right now. And then there's the Book of Dreams, which is chapters 83 to 90, a prophetic timeline. This is a symbol of history in the world from Adam to the future kingdom of God. It uses animals to represent nations and historical events, and it even includes the vision of the Great Flood and the future restoration. And then there's the Epistle of Enoch, which is chapter 91 to 108, which is pretty much encouraging you to be faithful and obedient to God, but it does talk about the final judgment. So then I guess it makes you wonder, why was the Book of Enoch taken away? A lot of people think because it was inconsistent with the Torah. Is that what it's called? The first 5 books of the Bible?
Yeah, Torah is the Old Testament.
Yeah.
I just think it has like so much exaggerations.
Could be that as well. Some people think, I mean, I don't know. The Genesis is crazy book, and if those of you haven't read it, I recommend you do read it, because it's just, even if you're not Christian, it's still an interesting part of history. I guess like a history book. I guess
actually, the whole Bible is a pretty interesting read.
It is, yeah. I would recommend it.
Interesting read.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I guess like you said, it's inconsistent with the Torah. It doesn't. Some people don't even think it's real, but I guess for those do recommend it, it's the point that they have that it is from Enoch, is the part where it talks about the coming of Son of Man, which it doesn't really actually mention that really. I don't think anywhere in the Old Testament, right? And I could be wrong about this, but
I think it was
the prophets. The prophets.
I forget. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it does mention a couple times the Old Testament.
The prophets do say something like prophesize about it, like Isaiah.
Yeah, I think so, but
But that's the thing though. It's like I kind of want to like know when they were found,
right?
And who found it,
Yeah,
and where.
it's definitely interesting.
Because at that point, it would probably kind of point you to different places on if it were real or not,
Right. And I guess
and how credible it is.
It is quoted in the New Testament, Jude 1:14-15, directly quotes Enoch's prophecy about God's judgment. So I can't. You'll have to like Google it, but if we had a Jamie, we would Google it. But right now, there is a part of Enoch that was literally like word for word, and I think Jude 1:14-15, and it literally like word for word, and that's why a lot of people believe that Enoch was canon. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the conclusion I have on the Book of Enoch. As you can probably tell, that's a lot of information, but it's definitely very interesting information. And I guess let us know in the comments whether you believe it's canon with the Bible, if it's not canon with the Bible, or if you don't even believe in the Bible to begin with, but it's still an interesting read, right? Like as a historical fiction type of book, I guess you can say. But nonetheless, whether you believe it's real or not, it's definitely very interesting to read and interesting to talk about. So let us know what you know in the comments. What you think in the comments.
I guess if it was, I guess if it had more proof,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, it's hard to.
maybe it'd be a more interesting read.
Right. I mean,
Other than
it
that,
is
I don't know.
quoted directly from the New Testament.
But why wouldn't it make it to the Bible?
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people. I mean, the biggest reason when I researched into it, the biggest reason why was because it was inconsistent with the Torah. Whatever that means, I have no idea. Whether it means that it doesn't align with
Yeah,
the
I guess it
Bible.
doesn't align with the laws and stuff. Maybe.
Could be that. Could be that it wasn't useful to know all that information, right?
Yeah,
God
maybe.
didn't think it
But
was-
then that kind of begs the question, like, why are the books of the Bible, like, why are those the ones that made it?
Right? Yeah. Who knows? I mean, I think the whole.
You know, is there
I mean,
more instruction or?
I guess you can go based off this, but like I think the whole point of the Bible was.
And who made it?
I guess grow a relationship with God. I guess you can say, try to
Yeah.
grow a relationship with God and try
It's
to
fair.
strengthen it, and just, I guess as a book of reference. But like I suppose like maybe they didn't think the Book of Enoch was important. Maybe it wasn't as important as the rest of the books.
Maybe to like, I guess, go back to the theme of faith.
You're right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Exactly, and I guess that's the whole point of Christianity, right? Is faith, right? The biggest, I guess, the pillars of Christianity is faith, and I guess that's the only reason why some people believe in Enoch was because all they had was faith, and in their faith they believed that Enoch was canon. But I mean, if it's canon, then why was it taken out of the Bible, right? It's definitely a question that a lot of.
So it was in the
theologians-
Bible at a certain point.
I don't know. I guess it was at one point. If it says it's taken out of the Bible, whether that was God or I don't know.
Let me see.
Yeah,
or
I'm not
Jewish
sure.
people from the Jews, right? Because they were the ones in control of the Bible.
Yeah, because I'm not too sure. Honestly, I don't know.
It's definitely a interesting debate, right? That a lot of theologians have. So that's why I'm wondering whatever you guys think. Let us know in the comment section because I'm interested to see what you guys have in mind as well. Because it's something that I myself I'm not 100% sure on, right? Because it's just interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what does it say?
Oh, same thing. What he said. Like, they took it out because it was inconsistent with the Bible.
Yeah.
But I mean, is Enoch mentioned in the Bible, right?
He is,
in
yeah.
Genesis.
He's mentioned in Genesis that he was carried off in a chariot, that he lived like really righteous life.
Yeah. He was taken up. He never died. Him and Elias.
So it kind of begs the
whatever.
question, like, would he write a book? You know,
It's possible.
and if he did, what would it be of?
right.
Because I mean, he was really righteous.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he would write a book of like how to like.
Maybe the scripture wasn't something that God wanted in the Bible, and he told Enoch to take it out of the Bible. Who knows, really, right? Only at this point, only Enoch and God knows, right? It's pretty much what I would have to have both texts up at the same time, but it's pretty much quoting the Book of Enoch is what that means. That's why a lot of people believe it's canon because it's literally just the Book of Jude just quoted it entirely. this is something, I guess, that we would all have to just go into. Maybe we can do an in-depth video to explain it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
It'd be nice to look at.
Do a video about it.
Look more into it.
And like easily, because this is definitely an interesting subject that makes our head turn as we're all confused and wondering whether it's
makes
canon
you wonder
or not.
a lot,
And I guess that makes you wonder if it is canon, what's out there, right? I mean, there's a big portion of Earth that's undiscovered. I mean, I know in the early 1900s, I don't know exactly what year, but literally people believed that gorillas were cryptid beings, that not real beings, that they were just fake creatures.
That's crazy. Because
in what year?
Like the early 1900s.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't think gorillas were real. They thought they were creatures that people were making up, like how we talk about Bigfoot, I guess, for example. I don't know. It's interesting. Definitely interesting because, I mean, who knows what's out there, right? Are vampires real?
There's a lot of mysteries.
Is some creature out there that's cannibalistic that feeds off human flesh, right? Purely on human flesh? Who knows, right?
No, I would have to listen to some stories, maybe.
Yeah,
that's another thing we can do a watch party of
we can do a
stories.
Watch party. I can go in maybe these next coming episodes. I can go into like what a werewolf is, what a vampire is, like what it says in history about it. Because I know there's a lot of, especially in like the Western European countries, like really big on like vampire stuff, especially during the Black Plague. It's just, I mean, at the end of the day, you can chalk it down to ignorance of, I guess, like medical not terminology, but I guess what we know about the body, right? Like, for example, a lot of people believe their vampires were real because they realized like whenever they put people in coffins, they would be moving, but at the end of the day, it could be just rigor mortis, right? You know what I mean? So what they would do is they would get like a something silver, and then they would just like stab it against the heart, and that was a way to kill a vampire. So it's a very interesting.
But what even is a vampire at that point?
I don't know. It's definitely a question I would probably research like really into, and then talk about it next podcast. Who knows? I like to do that. It's interesting. Something. So if that's something you guys want to see, definitely let us know.
All right, guys.
You want to end it here?
Anything else? Y'all want to? Anything else?
So have to wrap it up for today.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, it was a good episode. I had fun. The first half was really fun. Enjoyed it. The second half was more serious, but I mean, I guess we're like the best of both worlds, right? I guess you can say.
Yeah, cover anything,
storming
everything
outside,
and anything.
Yeah, it's a little windy out there, guys.
Yeah, creepy podcast today.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. So next podcast, we're gonna be purchase a Ouija board. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we should definitely not do it here of all places.
Yeah, we're in a church right now, by the way, guys. So, but thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yep.
Honestly, we're open to any criticism. So if which of y'all think that we should do better on, do more of, do less of, let us know in the comments below. We will take it. We will take it as constructive criticism.
Take it with a grain of salt.
We'll take the hate with a grain of salt. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We will post more content. Don't forget to like, subscribe,
share,
tell your friends, share. Please share. I mean, we need more than just 20 cents a day, y'all.
And the reason why YouTubers always say like is because it helps out with the algorithm, so it can show off in so we can pop up in more people's feed. So please do like. Help us out with the algorithm and just help us get exposed out there.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Exactly. And
all right, y'all.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I was going to say turn on the notification button as well.
Yeah, turn on the notification button.
So we know when we're posting.
We're coming out with Winging It Weekly merch. So
WW merch.
Well,
and if those of you who really need some extra drip, or maybe you want some confidence to rizz up some girl.
Yep.
Maybe all you need is Winging It Weekly merch.
Yep. W.
Exactly.
Especially like,
look, take that dub, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Take the dub. Wear the dub to take the dub.
Exactly.
All right, so, anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and
we'll see y'all next week.
Have a good day. Good night, wherever you are.